I came back through the pouring rain
to the place I swore I'd never see again.
When I came back through the pouring rain to the place I swore I'd never see again.
That old road still knew my footsteps.
That wooden cross still knew my shame.
There was a light inside the window,
like someone whispered out my name.
On the front pew lay your old black hat,
beside a picture in a frame,
and underneath a dying candle
was a letter in the rain.
My hands were
shaking as I broke the seal, afraid of what the truth might say.
But every word you left behind
was calling this lost child home again.
When mercy called my name,
it didn't sound like judgment, it sounded like a door opening through the rain.
I thought I'd come too far,
but heaven still had hope. I was running from a lie,
but the light still knew my name.
Oh,
I found my way home when mercy called my name.
You left that night with a heart full of thunder. I watched you disappear down the road.
There were words that I left unspoken.
It was me the one of us showed.
But love kept riding through the silence,
even when the year rolled on.
Every prayer became a lantern,
But until you made it home,
there was never anger in that letter,
only grace between the lines.
we were never too far from forgiveness.
We were never left behind. When mercy called my name, it didn't sound like judgment, it sounded like a door opening through the rain. I thought I'd gone too far,
but heaven still had hope.
I was running from a lie,
But the light still knew my name. Oh, I found my way home when mercy called my I held that faded flower,
the one you gave me years ago.
that was waiting in the doorway.
Grace was standing in the rain.
I came here asking for forgiveness,
and forgiveness knew my name.
When Mercy called my name,
It sounded like a choir
rising through the pain,
calling me home again.
I thought the door was closed, but heaven gave me hope.
Now I'm standing in the line.
Hey, I won't run away.
I found my way home.
I was never left alone.
I found my way home.
When mercy called my name, I
Found my way home.
when mercy called my
There's a road behind my mother's house. It falls into the trees, and somewhere past the cotton fields, a river waits for me. I used to sit there as a child and throw my fears downstream, before I learned how heavy a grown-up heart could be. And every time this world it gets too loud for me, I go where the river knows my name, where the water never asked me to explain. I lay my broken heart down by the bank and let the current carry off the pain. When I don't know who I'll become, when every road feels just the same, I go where the river knows my name. That his old chair still there on a porch that's turning gray. Sometimes when the wind blows right, I swear I hear him say, don't let this world make you bitter. Don't let sorrow make you cold. Some things break us open so the light can reach the soul. Knows my name. Isn't forgetting. Maybe peace still leaves a scar. Maybe home Loneliness still knows my name. I thought fake men never falling, never doubting, never scared. So I hid every crack inside me and pretended you weren't there.
Strength like heavy armor, till it pulled me to the ground.
Then I whispered, God, I'm tired. And that's when grace came down. I thought you wanted perfection.
You only wanted my heart.
When I couldn't carry the cross, you carried me. When I couldn't find the road, you became my feet.
When my faith was just a whisper
and my hope was almost lost,
you held me together.
When I couldn't carry the cross, there were nights I blamed the silence.
Thought you turned your face away,
but looking back through all the darkness,
I can see you never changed.
you were there inside the waiting.
You were there inside the pain,
Turning every broken season
into something I could name.
my skin. The walls were closing all around me. The night was calling out my name. But something stronger than the darkness started burning in my veins. I raised my eyes above the battle. I call upon the one who saves. The fear that stood before me could not remain. The darkness backed away when I called your name. Every chain began to tremble. Every shadow lost its claim. I was standing in the fire, but I did not stand alone. The darkness backed away, and your light brought me home. The battle left its marks upon me, but the scars became my proof. I was tested in the furnace, and I came out holding truth. You never said the road was easy. You never promised I would not fall. You only promised when I called you, you would hear me through it all. I raised my voice above the thunder. I called upon the one who saves. The fear that stood before me could not remain. The darkness backed away when I called your name. Every chain began to tremble. Every shadow lost its claim. I was standing in the fire, but I did not stand alone. The darkness backed away, and your light brought me home. No fear can hold me. No chain can hold me. No night can hurt me. Your light is on me. Oh, I came to destroy me. Only strengthen my faith. Would try to imprison me. Became the dawn of escape. The darkness backed away when I called your name. Every chain began to tremble. Every shadow lost its claim. I was standing in the fire, but I did not stand alone. The darkness backed away, and your light brought me home. The darkness backed away. pocket, but the morning gave me light. Put some coffee on the burner, said today might turn out right. I have spent too long complaining about the things I never owned, about 100 little blessings were waiting for me back at home. Tomorrow knocking like a rhythm on the door. I have walked through enough darkness to know what morning is for. I feel good days coming, rolling like a train. Good days coming, dancing through the rain. I have hope inside my pocket and a song inside my soul. I feel good days coming, and I am ready to go. Good days coming. I can feel them coming. Car keeps making noises and the bills keep coming in, but I have people who still love me and another chance to begin. Every loss became a lesson, every tear became a seed. Now I know that being grateful can give a poor man everything. I hear tomorrow night